I'm going to try not to be all over the place talking about this episode, but I am pretty hyped on it. There's a lot that I want to discuss out the gate probably. Now, I'm going to try to go into like quick thoughts and then go into the more in-depth stuff, but there are some big things I just want to talk about off the bat. So first off, we finally got sort of the big Avengers style type battle I've been talking about. Kinda, I think it's as close as we're gonna get. I had it envisioned like having all the old cast and the new cast all together, and a bunch of, since they have the Chucky doll clones around, have all those dolls just run in on them, all badass, and they're just duking it out with all of them all at once. Didn't quite get that, but we did kind of get everybody, I guess, gathering together to take out one Chucky or two. And Andy gets the final shot, which is just right. It's just right. I know this is kind of more oriented towards Jake's time, I guess, but I'm still glad that they didn't let that get in the way of how badass Andy is and how, yeah, this is just started with him, gonna end with him, right? Loved all of that. I did have some problems though. In terms of them ending it here, I think would have worked. The story overall needs some cleanup in a few places, I will say, and maybe make this episode 30 minutes longer. You know, I guess that's what the next episode is for. But you know, I think it would have been fine to have like Nika, for example, kill off Jennifer Tilly or Tiffany. Right here, have that. That would have been super satisfying. If we don't give the Tiffany kill to Nika, I'm gonna be pissed because she absolutely earned it, and that would be so satisfying. What else? It gets really messy and kind of convoluted, unnecessarily so. Having the Chucky get transferred into the old lady, you know. And also the nun helping the doctors, who I'm talking about, the therapist, the old lady, is just kind of like, it doesn't really make sense, I don't think, in a lot of different ways. Having the Chucky need to be exorcised in the first place doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just kill the doll just like you've killed all the other dolls? While it's cool to have the exorcism scene and have it something that they do, it doesn't make sense, like why they just wouldn't kill the doll. I'm confused on that, right? I guess they need the body for Nika to transfer into, but just get another good guy doll. Like, come on, surely, or just, I don't know, something. You could have done something else. Than to go through all that, I think. But yeah, it was cool anyway. And what else? To kill off Jennifer Tilly, the actress in the doll, after her surviving from seed, just for her to get ran over by a truck like that was super underwhelming. But I do like that we are probably getting the Glenn and Glenn, getting them back inside of the doll from them getting shot. But I still think they could have just reworked that some other way to where they didn't need her to get shot like that for them to want to put them back in the doll. So those are just quick thoughts. And yeah, now we'll get into the more in-depth stuff, right? So I like the confession scenes. They were cool and had some dialogue in there. Some stuff heartfelt, like with the priest that they did. And no doubt that this actor will be back for something else, I think. I don't know if they're doing a season 3. But yeah, if they do, then he will definitely be back. It's just an ongoing joke with him for some reason. And I like the play that they do with color here too, with the red popping and that very Child's Play-esque. It was funny seeing Andy and Kyle's reaction to seeing each other again after so long. They didn't really seem surprised to see each other, but I love the ongoing joke with Kyle and her hair. And then yeah, she has something.
Your hair?
I wasn't having any fun as a blonde. What did you do to yours? You look like fucking Jesus.
I don't want to get copyright, but I love that. Yeah, what'd you do to yours? You look like fucking Jesus. I love that dialogue there. Great. And so yeah, so she's in on it. And then it was a little annoying, to be honest, having the nice Chucky. I guess he's like, has anybody ever seen, what was it, Lilo and Stitch? Stitch Has a Glitch, that movie. Where Stitch is glitching out between his bad ways and his good ways, like factory set. It was super fucking annoying having Chucky be nice after what he did. I think it would be almost better to have him like just be the asshole Chucky again. I think that would be better. Yeah, classic diner scene and Jennifer or Tiffany getting discovered. Man, I loved Tiffany in was it Seed, Bride of Chucky? I did, but her overacting or whatever it is in these scenes, maybe it's within character, maybe not, I don't know, but we've talked about this several times. It feels very over the top. Even her voice acting with the puppet.
No, hold on a second. What about me?
That mouth and shit is just way off. I don't know what's up with all of her scenes, but they have not been very good. I mean, there's not very strong actors. I think the young cast does really well, but the older cast, even like Andy is like super stiff though. While I love his character, yeah, the acting in this is not always the best, but the kids do pretty well, I think. Anyway, let's see. I like we get a little bit of time for Kyle, Andy, and Nika to bond, right? These big kind of legendary characters at this point have some dialogue together, which was good, which was nice.
Dr. Mixter.
Because I assume that this will be the last time.
And everything else.
Just the way that they ended it off. I assume that this will be the last time that we see Kyle and Andy
Just gonna waltz right
for
out
the
of here with
franchise,
Dr. Mixter.
unfortunately. So yeah, that's why I kind of just wanted them to be around to the very end. So if they're out, you know, I think it's good just to end the show here. But yeah, it's not looking like they're going to. I don't know, again, if they have plans for season 3 or not. Yeah, we'll have to see if Devin and Jake break up. I tend to think that they won't. I think all the friend group is going to come together, but I do like that they kind of create some divide between them here. Like, ask, why are we all together? You know, if not just for Chucky, right? And yeah, have her get back on the pills, because I forgot Devin and Jake don't even know that she's on the pills. So yeah, maybe when they find out, that could bring some sympathy to their friendship and bring them together. Curious to see what's going to happen with that, but yeah, I do like that divide between their friend group. Nice seeing Nadine back again for this hallucination while she's on pills, and having yet another very heartfelt talk with Lexi. Let's see. Yeah, so I liked all the confession scenes, and I like that we had a little bit of lines here with Andy. See if I can find it wherever he's talking, like, you know.
Absolutely.
I don't know who I'm going to be without Chucky in my life, you know, because he's always ruled it for so long. Although I would assume he had some period of his life where he thought Chucky was gone and dead too, you know, so it's not like this is the first time, but yeah, I did like that dialogue there. Again, I said I thought I would like where they go with the priest, and I did. I liked his rogue. It was just kind of a silly scene where he's suiting up to do the exorcism, fuck the Vatican, you know, and he's getting the job done himself. That was funny. And yeah, we get some homage to, I guess, Hannibal Lecter in here with yeah, Chucky and his mask, and also lots of homage, whatever that is called, paying respect to the Exorcist movie with the exorcism, of course, with some different things. I haven't actually seen that movie, but I still can tell, right? That's what they're doing. Nice father-daughter talk between, not a nice talk, but yeah, a real one. And I think this actress does a really good job, or I guess it's actress whenever it's a transgender. I don't know what the correct term for that would be, but yeah, so she does a good job with her performance.
By you.
And yeah, just has a real talk with Chucky here about how he's a shit dad, and I enjoyed that as well.
So long.
And yeah, I like her confession. Come on, her hair's not that red. I know we're highlighting red things, but we're highlighting her hair too. Yeah, I just found that funny. So yeah, I liked a lot of the exorcism scene, though if you think about it, it is unnecessary. But yeah, some funny dialogue with Chucky shit talking to them. And then yes, it was very sad seeing the priest. And I kept thinking during this scene, like, Andy is kind of underutilized, but they have him get that big thing later on. I already talked about this, was just so weak, I think, to get rid of her like that. Like, just like they brought her in, but then didn't know what to do with her. So yeah, that sucks. Talking about yeah, Jennifer Tilly there. So yeah, the exorcism scene was good, and sad to see the priest go. And then they lighten it up after, and you feel really bad and impactful because you get the sense that he was gay, I guess, and kind of closeted with that. And so that's why he was kind of judgy of everybody else, he says. And yeah, just a great place to put that in, I think, after the fact too of his death. They love killing off this guy so much. They show him die multiple times too. They play it time and time and again. Yeah, kind of funny and just ridiculous, but then sad too. So yeah, and then you get his confession. Lots of heart with that. And then it gets to where it just kind of like flubs up. Like, I was like, yeah, you could have built up to an ending here, I guess, like just with some reworking of things. But yeah, and then the nun comes in, and she was talking earlier like she was gonna give Lexi some pills, but she walks in with her then with the gun to her head because she's working with this chick. I guess they had a talk off to the side. I thought that she was like worshiping the one Chucky doll and that was her thing. Maybe I've missed something, but I don't think so. I just think the writing isn't that good in some spots. And it gets by just with some of it's just ridiculous, funny stuff, you know. And then, yeah, she gets killed super brutally. Kind of a memorable death there. And, yeah, Andy going in like an absolute badass. But I need to watch and see what the time period was between her running and Andy doing this, because somehow she switched the bodies, right? I've seen some people just talk like, oh, she's just crazy like Chucky too. No, I think we can presume the real Chucky got away in her body, you know. And that's what it was. But yeah, super badass, the slow motion there with this scene. And it would have been a great final way to kill Chucky as well, because Chucky's greatest weapon, you know, is his shit talk, you know, I think, or one of his most iconic things, and he can't talk here. He can't even get out a one-liner or something like that. So while I'm glad that Andy got his satisfying final kill, it's just like it's not the final kill of the series, you know. Maybe they'll give that to Jake or something, which I guess is fine because it is his show. But yeah, they kind of bond here, and we get some nice final scene between Jake and Kyle. And a nice flashback to play into it. Where are we going? I don't fucking know. Same as Child's Play 2. Where are we going? I have no idea, right? So that was a nice hit at the heartstrings. Would have felt so much satisfaction again if she had gotten the kill here, but they don't decide to go for it. You know, they could have had them pull up, Tiffany pull up, Nika officer, and then they decide we'll be happier in the doll than we are, and then put them in the doll. And yeah, that's pretty much a happy ending. And have the doctor, I don't know, kill her off, get her away. Who cares? If Chucky's gone, then she's defeated. And not have that whole switcheroo with her in there. But yeah, now Tiffany's running on the run. And yeah, she's shot. Nika's feeling bad. Great performance by Nika, too, as always. And that's what I'm worried about with this old chick, too. Like, is she going to give a good performance as Chucky? Like, who the fuck is she? I think we're lucky to have Nika to give such a good one. Like, how is she going to, yeah, keep that going, right? With her little laugh at the end. So we'll see, you know. I think they had a great place to wrap it up here. Missed opportunity. But still had some awesome moments in here that I loved. So I think I'm going to have to give this one a 9. Yeah, even still with some of the content here. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. Let me know what you thought about it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Vanessa isn't in this one again. She still hasn't caught up. She's just really bad at keeping up with TV shows, right? Even something like this that she really loves. So yeah, maybe we'll have her back for the finale to give yeah, some of her thoughts on everything so far. So yeah, all right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.